Welcome back to another Game Over Play It Again podcast. I am your host, Tom Watson, and with me back is Anthony Morris.
How's it going, everyone?
Great to have you back here, bud.
And it's good to be back.
Yeah, we have a great episode in store for you today. We weren't able to get to the It Takes Two episode. I'm just not quite done yet. I know Anthony's done, right?
Yeah, I've been done for quite some time, but it's a trying game. So
It is.
take your time.
No, it's a wonderful time to just kind of go through and whatnot. But Natalie and I haven't quite got to the end yet. I know we're close.
How close? How many pages do you have now?
So the part we're at, we have two parts of the.
Okay.
So I don't know how much is left, but I gotta imagine it's two more, and then there must be like final boss type.
Yeah, you're getting very close.
Yeah. So it's all good. Having a great time with it. It'll probably be the next episode that pops up. But I've been wanting to do Shredder's Revenge ever since we started this podcast, and I did not want to make it the first one. I wanted to get more comfortable doing these so we could jump in and have a good episode.
Definitely get some of the kinks worked out, because there's a lot to this game. It may not be the biggest game, but there is a lot to it, and it definitely deserves the proper respect.
Absolutely. But before we get started with that, we should probably talk about what we've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to listen to the podcast Tommy and I did?
I did. I really enjoyed it,
Good.
and that game looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a time sucker.
I bet it is.
We'll have to get you to play it. You can play it on your phone too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they have a mobile version.
They do have a mobile version. Tommy was saying it's not as cool. I tried it briefly just to see what he was talking about, but I didn't get into it.
Sure.
What else you been doing the last couple weeks?
It's been a busy last couple weeks. Last weekend we had the art walk, and we ended the art walk Friday evening at Doc Harper's. Shout out Doc Harper's. And Saturday we did a Father's Day with my grandparents because they're going to Colorado this weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday we did some wedding planning, and then I've really spent a lot of the week learning about D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Uh-oh. He's going to convert you, huh?
Well, I'm not allowed to join the all-girls group, but a brother of ours, shout out John, invited me to a campaign that one of his friends is doing.
Oh, okay.
And so he has overloaded me with material to read and learn and study, and so that's been a lot of fun.
Okay, well, you could just put on a dress and raise your voice, give a little bit. You'd fit right in, wouldn't you?
Well, I think I would maybe get some red M&Ms for lipstick.
Yeah, whatever you got to
call it a day, but nope, they won't let me in the all-girls group, but I suppose that's all right. So.
That is all right. Well, and she can have her campaign, and you can have your campaign, and
exactly.
That'll be great.
She's not allowed to use my dice, though.
Whatever. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I just took a motorcycle trip last weekend.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you go?
I went into the middle of freaking nowhere at the top of North Dakota and the bottom of Canada.
That sounds horrible.
There was a lot of good parts, man.
It
was a great ride out, and
good.
Got to see a lot of people, and got to see a lot of things. We went in the middle of body of water out there. I didn't actually know North Dakota had lakes.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, and they know how to put down a road. I mean, not one damn curve in the whole fucking thing.
Really? Straight through, huh?
Straight through. It's not entirely true, but, when you're living here in Montana, we have to go around the hill.
Sure.
They don't have hills.
Yeah, I suppose it's pretty flat. Interesting.
No, it was a good ride, but Sunday coming back was a little treacherous.
Yeah, what happened?
We don't like wind on motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
And we had plenty of it.
Oh, I believe it.
And I will leave it at that.
You should have brought an umbrella. You could have Mary Poppins'd your way back.
No, I would have been in freaking DC had I done that. We fought those motorcycles, man. They fought that wind the whole way back.
Man.
We were down to 30 miles to the gallon.
That's insane.
And pushing hard.
That is insane.
Figure if you're going 70 miles an hour and you got anywhere from a 30 to 50 at times 60 mile an hour headwind.
Yeah.
Life sucks.
I bet. How do you breathe?
Rapidly. A couple times very rapidly. It was a good trip. The guys I went with, they were willing to slow it down, and we were able to get in safely.
That's good.
It's just when you're riding at that angle and the wind's blowing you so hard, and then the wind stops, and then it starts up again. We were watching cars having problems, and we were passing cars that were having problems.
I'm glad you made it home safe.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like it was a good weekend, even if you were in the middle of North Dakota.
Well, it is. One thing those North Dakota boys know how to do: drink.
Really?
A lot.
Really? What were you sipping on?
A lot of Crown.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's in fact I couldn't take any more Crowns, so Cody went and got me some rum.
Okay.
Yep.
Switch to Captain?
I tried. I got one glass in and I was done for the day.
Oh, man.
I think I was still drunk when I got there.
Really?
Well, not really, but yeah. Didn't have a hangover.
I love it.
If you don't go to bed, you don't get a hangover, right?
That's true. And you know what the best cure for a hangover is?
Don't stop drinking.
That's right, or a cold beer.
Ugh. Oh, it's horrible. All right, well, we should start talking some video games.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, so we'll get right into that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in the half shell. Play apart! They are the world's most fearsome fighting team. The heroes in the half shell and their queen. When the evil Shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut him no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads Donatello does machines. Raphael's cool but rude. Michelangelo's a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes of the hot.
All right, guys, we are back and we are ready for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge episode. I swear, man, that car that just drove by,
Yeah?
they must have a pizza in there for it.
They've gotta.
I hope that's them.
Pizza dude's got 30
I hope so
seconds.
too. I can't imagine he'd have a hard time finding your house, though.
I don't know. He just went to the neighbor's house.
Oh,
We're
well.
not home. It's not the neighbor's. Anyway, so we found it fitting that we should order some pizza for the Turtles
Yeah.
game.
For the Shredder's
and I
Revenge
cannot
episode.
wait for that damn thing to get here. I'm starving.
I am too.
So, Shredder's Revenge. It's been out for a day or two. In fact, I think it was 2 years ago. Holy shit, that was the pizza dude.
Is it him?
Yes.
All right.
All right, we're going to pause it anyway.
Pizza time.
God, I love being a turtle!
All right, we are back. We had to take a little pizza break.
Yes, now that we're feeling all fat and sassy from pizza, we're going to try to be energetic and do a podcast.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't have New York style pizza.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been fitting.
really brought it home.
Yeah. That's all right. Well, and they're teenagers, so they weren't drinking either.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
so, we compromised.
Oh, yeah. You got to make up for it somewhere, I suppose.
We do. So, Shredder's Revenge came out before Father's Day, 3 years ago?
I think I got it pulled up here,
Yeah?
actually. Sorry, everyone. Give me just a second to get my
That's
notes
bad
up.
podcasting.
Right. So it looks like it came out June 16th, 2022.
So, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to play it super bad. And what a great Father's Day.
That is a good Father's Day
I am
present.
so glad that I talked to my wife, tell my kids that this is what I wanted. And they did not disappoint. They went out and got me a gift card for the exact amount so I could download it.
Nice.
And-
That was very kind of them.
And right, and then even better, they played with me.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, we went through, we did the whole story mode, went through all the levels, and just a great time.
Wow.
Yeah. And then that's the last time I think they played with me on this game.
Oh, man.
It doesn't matter. It only takes like about 3 hours to go through the whole story mode.
Yeah, I know it doesn't take long. You and I have beat it together, couch co-op style, quite a few times,
Yeah.
if I recall.
Well, and online we've played a few times.
Yeah. Yep, we have done online as well. I'm sure we'll get into it a little later, but I have memories of trying to help you trophy hunt.
Yeah. So I've completely platinumed this out on the PlayStation 5.
The PlayStation 5 edition.
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 edition.
So you had it on the PS4 as well?
Yeah, so when I bought it digitally, I got it for both.
Okay.
And so then I'm at 91% on the PlayStation 4 part just because I can't beat Shredder
Sure.
undefeated.
Sure.
And that's a fucking glitch and a half in itself. And everybody has their way of doing it, and I get it. Like I said, I don't know how I got it the first time, but I got it. I haven't got it the second time, and I have about 80 hours into this.
Dang.
I was looking at the stats before I pulled this up. I got 36 hours on the PlayStation 5, 39 on PlayStation 4, and then 3 to 5 on the Xbox.
You have it on the Xbox too?
Well, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, sure.
And I think I've played it a little bit there with you, but the two controllers aren't the same.
Right. Right.
So it just feels a little different, even though it's the same game, it's the same look, it's the same everything. Then it's just your controller preferences, and that's fine. But yeah, I just can't quite 100% that on the PlayStation 4, and it's all good. I gotta ask though.
Yeah.
Who's your character?
Oh, I always play as Mikey.
Yeah.
I love Mikey.
Yeah. I'm a Donatello guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the bow staff and kind of a geek.
Yeah.
Kind of like him.
You got a little purple in you, I suppose.
Yeah, a little. I do. But I love all the different characters. They came out with the base edition, has Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. You earn Casey, which is great. You get Splinter and April O'Neil. And those are some awesome characters.
Great characters. I do love Casey.
Oh, Casey Jones is awesome. I really liked April O'Neil just because, she can, all flying around the screen and everything.
Yeah.
But they don't all handle the same.
No, they all have very different play styles, it seems like.
Yeah. And as much as I love Donatello as a turtle, in general, I do tend to play with him quite a bit, but he's slow. He's a badass, but he's slow.
He is. His play style, his fighting style seems very methodical almost. He really is very calculated.
Right.
Which I suppose the character in the game, with that style stays true to the character in the show as well.
It does, because I've played with Michelangelo and I'm over there, jumping around like a idiot.
Right.
And it's great, and just having a good old time.
Very chaotic.
Very chaotic. It's great. And I've on the PlayStation 5 account, I've 100%ed all the characters, which is great. All the DLC, Usagi, Karai, Mondo Gecko, and then Mona Lisa. And the PlayStation 4 one, I haven't quite gotten all my stats up yet. So that is one of the other trophies that I need. I can't remember if I got that trophy before the DLC came out though, because every DLC, that they added characters. Well, now you have 2 more characters that you
have to max out.
Max out.
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah. The other thing I really liked is when they went and they they played with the colors.
Oh, yes.
So you could have 2 Donatellos on there. And
right.
They look different because of the different coloring schemes that they did. And kind of gave it that, I want the 80s style. Oh, no, I want more of a new age style. I like it.
It's very cool.
And then they even have one for Game Boy Color.
Oh, really? I didn't know about the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, they're all kind of that puke green original.
The puke green.
Yeah. The original Game Boy type look there.
I love it.
But it's just a really, they put so much time and effort into this. I know they have other turtle beat 'em ups out there. I've played them. I've played the Hyperstone Heist for the Sega. I've played Nintendo's Turtles in Time and the arcade and all that.
Sure.
I just absolutely love those. And this is what a wonderful new age nod to back in the day.
Yeah, they really did a good job with this one. I was very, very impressed with this turtle game. It honestly, out of all of the ones that are currently out, I would say it's my favorite.
Oh, absolutely. Because I have some other turtle games that I've played, and I don't know if I know I played one of them with you, one of the newer ones.
Yep.
That new style that Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's based off the Seth Rogen movie, which truthfully I did like the movie.
It's all right,
I actually watched it on the airplane to Vegas,
right?
which was a great way to pass the time. I did enjoy it. It definitely, and maybe it's the animation style, but both the movie and the game kind of just felt like they were missing something.
It's just different.
It's different, and not a fan of April O'Neil in that particular series.
Well, what particular series do you like, April O'Neil?
Probably the live action one,
Yeah,
personally.
little Megan Fox.
Yeah.
thing going on?
No, the older one. The
Oh.
one from was it the 90s, the 80s?
Oh
or the
my
90s?
God, that's an old April O'Neil.
Old now, maybe.
Oh, she was old then too. Yeah, no, I she's a great character. I don't know why they keep switching her around though, from being a middle-aged woman to a teenager, and then in
Right.
the cartoons they have her as like she's 10 or
Yeah.
or a teenager, and all the way up. It's just, I mean, it's cool. They're retelling the story. It's the same story, just different look.
Different twist, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen the movie with Megan Fox as April, but I did hear that it was a really good live action.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was.
No, I like those movies too. There's nothing turtle themed that you could have me watch that I won't love. Even if it bombed in the theater, I don't really care if it bombs in the theater.
Right.
I just like it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Love turtles.
Yep.
Special place in our heart.
Right. And I love the map. You go around.
Oh yeah.
The adventure mode's cool. It just keeps going. But with the story mode, you can go and you can. Oh gosh, I really like level 1 and 2. God, I really hate level 3. By the way, I hate level 3.
Is that the level with the hovercrafts? Or
Yeah.
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 I hate any level that has those things. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, they're harder levels for sure. But the fact that you're riding around in the turtle van and
Yeah.
you're checking out all these spots, and then you get to the end there and you go into outer space or whatever it is, and you're in the turtle blimp.
Yes.
I mean, what
so
a
much fun.
phenomenal nod to the 80s cartoon there. It's just it just oozes nostalgia left, right, and center for me.
They were very good about including those little Easter eggs. I also really like the I don't remember the specific level, but where they give that nod to the Simpsons episode.
Oh yeah, where is that the Rumble at the Zoo, or is that
That
later
might
on?
have been the Rumble at the
Yeah,
Zoo.
where you're airing up the balloons.
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yes, I love that. And they included the characters from the cartoon. And most of it is the '80s cartoon style. They have the boss, Bern Thompson, and
Right.
and you got to go get all the newspapers for him, and then they have Irma. You got to get her diary,
Right.
and I can't. Vernon, was that the VHS tapes, or was that April's?
That I am
Or,
uncertain.
it would have been Vern.
I want to say it was Vern.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So Vern gets the VHS tapes. You find bugs for the frogs, and you find
Yes.
the gems, the crystals for the neutrinos, and just it's just great
It really is.
fan service. Oh,
It
gotta
really
love
did
it.
an amazing job.
So let's talk about the levels just a little bit. We got jaw-breaking news. That's level 1.
Yep.
We got Bebop at the end.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
one of the challenges is to beat that level without being touched. Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't know how you did it.
I know I can't do that one.
Oh, I thought you got that
No,
one.
no. That's one of the. It's not one of the trophies for PlayStation. Or achievement for Xbox. It's one of the level challenges.
Oh.
So that's not the same as the trophies.
Sure.
And I certainly can't do that. And some of them are easy enough to get, but yeah, don't take one bit of damage. Yeah, screw that. And then the Big Apple 3 PM is level 2 with Rocksteady at the end, and that is a nod to one of the previous games. I can't remember if it's the arcade one or if it's not Turtles in Time, but it's one of the other games from way back in the day where it used to be the Big Apple 3 AM.
Interesting.
Yep. I'm going to pause for a second because I hear the lawnmower going. And then level 3, Mutants Over Broadway. That's where you get Bebop and Rocksteady, and they're driving around in the truck. That's one of them that we don't particularly care for. It's actually, I think that one's actually my least favorite. out of all of them. Rumble in the Zoo, we get Dirtbag and Ground Chuck. That's a fun level.
I do like Rumble in the Zoo quite a bit.
Yep. King of the Spill, that's where we get the Rat King, which is a great level. Kind of hard at the end. And the really cool thing is if you're actually playing with Splinter, there's a trophy right there for that particular level.
Really?
And yeah, so it's I can't remember what the name of the trophy is, but it's kind of fun. And then the Mall Meltdown, where we have Tempestra at the end.
Loved the Mall Meltdown.
Yeah,
that was such a good one.
That is a good one. Rooftop Running Reptiles. Got Bebop and Rocksteady again. I don't quite remember that one off the top of my head.
The rooftop running one I remember because, so for those who haven't played it, the game is a side scroll.
Yes.
But it's very deceiving on where your character is. And I remember on the rooftop running episode trying to make the jumps in the gaps and constantly falling through. It's not my least favorite episode, but it's definitely not one that I like.
Are you trying to get out of this?
I was, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hit the start button. Then you can just return to map.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, we have it running in the background. And of course, we have to touch buttons.
Oh, I have to. It's a necessity.
It's a necessity. Panic in the Sky, we get Wingnut.
Yep.
Yep. And like I was saying earlier, all these characters are from the 80s cartoon. So it just brings it all back. Crisis at Coney Island. That's where we get Leatherhead.
That was
bouncing
fun.
around.
That one was fun.
And the frogs are trying to throw you out pizzas, which is great. They're doing their best to help.
Right.
They don't fight, but they'll support you.
Try to assist as much as they can.
That's right. And then we get a few screws loose. That's where we get Metalhead. Dinosaur Stampede, the Triceratops. Not Triceratops. Well, it's something like that, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember what their name is. And then we have level 12, It Won't Fly with Baxter Stockman. That one is a pain in the ass.
It is.
Because there's no way to get through that level not getting hit. It's again fighting them.
No, it's impossible. It is not doable.
And then we have the Technodrome Redux. We got the Lost Arch Nemesis, I think it is, with Slash.
Okay.
Which is a great level. We have the Outworld Strangeoids, I believe it is, and that's where we finally get to see Krang and Shredder.
Yes.
Which is great because he's in his suit, comes out and ha ha ha! I have a surprise for you, like they do in every other Turtles beat 'em up.
It really is an iconic scene.
It really is, and yeah, it's kind of lame, but yet it's still cool at the same time.
Definitely.
And then we finally have the last level, Wrath of the Lady, where we have Krang in his suit / Statue of Liberty.
That level is wicked.
It is wicked, and it's kind of fun, and different turtles do different effects. So some of them can just stay on him and stay in the air. Like Mikey can just stay up there and just whoop his ass the whole time.
Right.
Where Donatello has to kind of move around because he doesn't quite get up there as easily.
Right.
And then, of course, we have Super Shredder.
Yeah, love Super Shredder.
And, if you're just one person playing him, what a pain in the ass. But if you have somebody else where you can get just a little bit of reprieve,
right,
it's not so bad that way.
Yeah, you can definitely, with two people, come up with a good strategy to get him beat decently fast, but trying to do that by yourself, like you said, is really rough. And also, going back a little bit to the Lady Liberty level, I do enjoy it. I love the aesthetic, but I hate that laser beam that she shoots out.
Oh yeah, the big one.
Yeah,
instant kill.
Instant kill every time. And
well, you just have to go up or down. Just stay out of the middle.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's like if you don't want to fall off the roof, just make the jump.
Right.
Well, easier said than done, I suppose.
I suppose. No, it's just like I said, great nostalgia just oozing out of this place. I like how when you're playing, you can give each other high fives and share health.
Yes, I do.
Which I think is
very
great.
Cool.
And then so if you have a single pizza there and you're both half health, you can high five each other and get one person up to full health and then the other person go grab the pizza, which is great.
Yes.
Or if it's a double pizza, then all the players on the screen get it. But I've played this game with random people online, and it's so funny because people just grab the pizza.
Right.
It's not like in the old days, where if you were low on health and your buddy grabbed the pizza, you just beat the shit out of them. Whether you pause the game or not, they're getting a beat down.
Yeah, a little hard to do over the internet.
It
I
is,
suppose.
what can you do? Say, oh, you're a meanie head and move on with your day? That's no fun. But
like Tom said, we have it up on the screen, and he was just exploring some of the levels, and I got to see the turtle blimp.
yeah,
The turtle blimp is iconic. I absolutely love it.
have they put it in any of the movies?
I want to say I thought they had it in. I thought I saw it in the previews for the live action one with Megan Fox.
I don't remember. Now I got to go watch the movie again.
You're gonna have to.
Woe is me.
Or Tom.
Yeah, poor Tom. But and the turtle van has changed so much over the years.
It has.
Which is really cool. I still have all of my original turtles.
From the 80s?
From the 80s.
Oh, how cool.
I got to get them up on the shelf here still. I only have the 4 newer type characters up there right now. But the nostalgia of having the van and the when the Rat King comes in this game, he has that watercraft.
Yes.
And it's all wrecked up in the corner when he's fighting and everything. I have that. I have the thing that throws the pizza manhole covers, which is pretty cool. But when I was growing up, I was getting to the point where, at the age where, okay, we don't play with toys anymore, so I would still buy them and then I'd just put them on the shelf.
Right.
And whatnot. And, and then they just kind of went crazy.
They did.
Towards the end of that cycle, so I'm in high school and they're still coming out with all these characters, and I go off to college and I come back home and went to work for a gentleman, and his son has all these turtle figures.
Nice.
And it's like, when the hell did they do this? They got one playing baseball and basketball. No, that's not what they do. And then some of the creatures got freaking weird, dude.
Yes, they did.
But just love it. And the great thing is anybody can play this game.
Yeah, whether you're an avid gamer or it's your first time picking up a controller, this is one of those games where after about 15 to 20 minutes you could have it down pretty good.
Right.
And just to go back a little bit, so talking about the turtle blimp, I had to Google it because my curiosity got the best of me. The turtle blimp has not been featured in any live action movie. It's been featured in quite a few of the animated series, and it was featured in one animated movie called Turtles Forever. And apparently there is a scene where the turtle blimp is in a battle with the upgraded Technodrome.
Oh.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I don't think I have either. We'll have to Google that when we're done here.
Definitely. So I was going to ask, so you have the toys from the 80s.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the original comics?
I don't have any of the original comics because I wasn't really into comic books then, but I actually have one of the books now that has some of the comics in it.
Oh, very cool.
And so it's a little bit more new age. And then, of course, I want to go down the Last Ronin trilogy.
Yes.
Or whatever it's called. I just haven't quite gotten there. I'm really excited. I overheard, what was it, last year, that they're in the process of making the Last Ronin game.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just the Ronin. I can't remember. But then they came out with a samurai game that's something Ronin, and it's, of course, that's not the same thing. But
Sure.
But it got my hopes up real fast when I heard that was coming out, and to see something different. By the way, I want to play that too. I don't know much about that game, but
we'll have to do an episode on that.
Yeah. Have you played it?
I haven't. No.
Oh no, but it looks like such a sweet. All right, so I have to ask, what is your? We already did the characters. What's your favorite villain?
Oh, that's tough. My favorite villain in this game or all time?
In the game. Well, hey, let's do both. What's your favorite one in the game?
I think my favorite villain in the game, probably Crane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first one or the second one?
second one.
The second one. Okay.
I do, because it's such a pain in the ass, and there's such a sense of accomplishment when you do defeat him.
Yeah, I get that. I really like the Leatherhead one.
Leatherhead's very cool.
That one I like just because they're out there, they're playing around. I think actually that's the one with the blow up nod to The Simpsons.
I believe it is, yes.
And then I also like the one where they have the um, Brown Chuck and Dirtbag or whatever
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
the Rumble at the Zoo
Yes.
level. Those two, and it's not that they're so cool. It's just the way you interact with them.
Right.
Right. Not really characters that you get to see a lot of. In fact, I was trying to think of what I'd seen those two characters from Rumble in the Zoo. I can't think of where else I've seen them other than this game, but I know I have.
Right.
I just don't know quite where. But Leatherhead's pretty iconic. They've had different versions of him throughout the years too. Where he's this crazy Cajun that just he wants to hang out with the guys. And then you've had ones where he's like this psychotic gator running around.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool. And then of course, our all-time favorite Shredder.
I do love Shredder.
I love the Super Shredder thing. They've brought that out in other Turtle beat 'em ups. Like I said, they're just rehashing the same thing. It's just a brand new coat of paint, and wow, what a great job! What a great coat of paint.
They really, really breathed a breath of fresh air with this game. I don't think they could have done it better, honestly.
No, they couldn't have. And I like the fact, people bitch about DLC, which you don't have to buy the DLC.
Yeah, it's optional.
It is optional. But how cool is it to, you play with all the characters and, now I get to play the game with 5 more characters.
Right.
How cool is that?
I think it's a blast.
Karai is an awesome character to play with.
I don't think I've played with Karai or Mona Lisa.
Okay. Mona Lisa's kind of cool because, she's whipping around her tail all the time.
Okay.
But Karai is just a badass. She gets in there and she just does her thing. Mondo Gecko's kind of cool because he's he's got his skateboard and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, Karai is just all that in a bag of chips. And then Usagi, the little bunny rabbit, he pretty cool too. Splinter. They're all fun to play with. There's not one character that's bad in this whole lineup.
No, it really is just a pretty great game.
And then this also inspired other games. They have the Power Rangers Rita's Revenge game.
Yes,
and we've played a little bit of that together, and it was okay. It's no Shredder's Revenge.
It's definitely no Shredder's Revenge. Definitely something that I would like to play. I think more of.
Yeah, I want to play more of it. We have to beat it.
Yeah.
Before we can really review that one.
We'll probably do an episode on that in the future.
I'm sure we will. But there's just so many games to cover.
There is.
And then, okay, so you kind of hit on it, though. What's your favorite villain outside of this game, but in Turtles altogether? Have one? It's kind of cool. They even have Toka and Razor in this game with the Temptress in there. You don't ever see them except for the original live action
one.
Right. And I think that was Turtles 2, wasn't it? Or was it Turtles 1?
I think it was 2.
I don't remember.
I think it was 2.
We're gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I know they didn't have Rocksteady and Bebop.
No, they didn't.
Back then, and I remember going to the theater and watching I think it is the first one.
Is it the first one?
Well, no, the first one was Shredder and everything. Yeah. No, I think he did because he was doing the mutants and everything. But I was like, well, they didn't have those guys. Bebop and Rocksteady, they're, just a couple clowns.
Right.
That they got off the street,
Some wannabe thugs.
They're wannabe thugs, and they're all right, but they're definitely they're not my favorite villain. Karai, I think, is actually a pretty good villain.
I do agree. Karai is a good villain. Rocksteady, they're kind of goofballs.
Yeah, but with Karai, you don't know, is she good? Because she's is against her father, or is she bad because she's trying to be her father?
Right.
So there's that little bit of a twist, and yeah, it's over the place. But I was curious what you.
So I think my all-time favorite character, and it's a super generic answer, but it is Shredder.
Yeah.
Not character, but favorite supervillain. Specifically, though, the Shredder from the original live-action movie.
Uncle Phil.
Yes.
James Avery.
I believe it was.
Is that his
yes.
name? Yeah. Okay.
James Avery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But there was something about the demeanor, the voice,
They
the
had an
ambiance.
awesome voice for
I
it.
mean, it was just spectacular, and he used to scare the crap out of me as Shredder when I was a kid.
That's awesome.
We have our age difference, so I didn't get to watch it in the theaters, but I remember watching it when I was like 5 or 6 on VHS
Right.
in my parents' house, and man, that would keep me up all night.
That's awesome.
Posted up with a staff ready to fight
Right.
Shredder breaking through my closet or something stupid,
Right. Well, then you watch, the one with Megan Fox. Gosh, who is that? Michael May. His version of Shredder sounds like Megatron or Optimus Prime, one of the Transformers. Yeah, it's the same voice, and it just completely loses everything. And he is a complete Transformer when he gets out there. Yeah, so then Shredder comes out, and all of his sounds sound like a freaking Transformer, and he's all bringing out his blades and everything, and it's not my favorite. I mean, it's got its moments.
Yeah.
That's that fight scene. It's cool, but it's not something I'm gonna watch over and over and over.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna have to watch the movie. That does sound a little disappointing.
It is what it is. Have you seen the Turtles versus Batman?
I haven't, and I've been really wanting to watch that crossover. It's only been out long enough, So
Well, it's been out a few years.
I thought that came out back in the 90s.
No, it's not that far back.
Oh, what Turtles crossover am I thinking?
I don't know. Maybe the frogs came over. It's not it. All right.
No, yeah, Turtles versus Batman 2019.
Yeah. So it's not like it's been out overly long, and
no,
I didn't even know it was a thing until I think I saw it on GameFly or something like that. So I looked it up, and Redbox had it, so I had to watch it. Fun.
Nice.
Redbox isn't even around anymore, is it?
Nope, they closed them all up.
That's what I thought. I knew they were taking them out of the holiday stations around here, but wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, sad deal.
Well, what else do we want to talk about this before we score it?
Ooh, good question. So, I think it's safe to say out of all the Turtles games outside of some of the original arcade, probably both our favorites.
Oh, this is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, it's an excellent game. There's one rare Turtles game though that came out on the PS2 and the Xbox that I remember playing and I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what it's called specifically, but I want to say you have a copy of it.
Oh, the Manhattan one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's pretty rare too.
It is, and I don't think it got good reviews.
See, I remember playing it. That was one of the first PlayStation 2 games I got, and I loved it. Of course, now if you want to buy it, you're going to have to pay a decent penny for it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's stupid expensive. I did one of those things where you can keep GameFly games.
Oh, okay.
And that was just that's just how I happened to get it. And somebody was asking me about it, and I says, "Well, you can borrow my copy." And they're like, "No, I want to buy it." And I'm, "Well, this is how I bought it," and they weren't able to do it anymore.
Really?
And yeah, it was just Mutants in Manhattan.
Yes.
And I only, I just pulled it up on the screen. I only got 4 hours into it, so I'm not real far with it. It's good. It's just, I prefer Shredder's Revenge.
Sure.
To it.
Shredder's Revenge.
And I probably picked this up. Well, I picked this up right when I got my PlayStation 5. Like I said, I like everything Turtles.
Right.
And then I just kind of forgot about it. I've now become one of those people that when I don't buy a game until I'm ready to play it.
Right.
Because otherwise I buy 20 games and I play one,
Right.
you know. But that same story, you know, I have hundreds of games at my fingertips and I don't have anything to play.
Isn't that the struggle?
It is the struggle. It's the same with TV or movies
Oh
or
yeah,
whatnot.
absolutely.
So, looking up now.
Well, I was Googling that the Turtles in Manhattan, and it looks like they've had an Xbox One re-release.
Oh,
You can now get it for $27.99 as opposed to, I think, the $300 that I last saw it going for.
yeah, yeah. You know, I don't get it because you know they have the arcade one-ups
Yeah.
out there and all
Yeah.
that stuff, you know, and you can emulate the hell out of it and all that good stuff. So it surprises me that they can get away with charging so much for that kind of stuff, you know. So, you know, the people that get kind of butthurt about the remastered games, you know, it keeps them a little bit cheaper.
Yes, it does.
I'm super stoked that the Nintendo Switch has the GameCube and they're doing the Luigi's Mansion.
I know.
My kids are still pissed off at me for selling that, you know, years ago.
I would be.
Well, of course you would be because you're like one of my kids. Jeez. But you know, they now I can play it again on the Switch,
Right.
which is great. You know, that poor GameCube, it was underrated.
It really was. It truly was.
Good game.
So did you get a Switch too?
No, but Tommy did.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
Does he like it?
He won't show it to me.
He must really like it.
He
then.
must really like it. And I don't know what all he's playing. I don't know if he's playing Mario Kart World or if he's just playing the GameCube stuff. It came out during my road trip.
Oh,
Because it
sure.
came out last Thursday, right?
Yes.
And so it's so funny because the Ring camera goes off and I see Tommy carrying a bag and I'm like, I text him, "Oh, you did pick one up." Nothing. Text him a little bit later. "So how is it?" Nothing. "Okay, well, tell me about it when I get home." Nothing.
I don't think he's gonna share with you.
Oh, I already know he's not going to share with me, but you know, at least let me see it. Let me play Mario Kart.
I don't think
What's
it's
the
gonna
worst
happen.
that I won't get it sticky. I'll wash my hands.
Oh man.
Oh, who knows? And you know, I do want one,
I do want one.
but I'm not gonna shell out $500 right now. I can shell out $500 to more important things.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I'll have one. I mean, it might be a year, but I'll have one
Oh yeah.
and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna score this thing because I can't hold out any longer.
Sounds good.
So, any ideas where I rank this one?
I forgot what the
You forgot the scale. Well, it
the
doesn't
scale
matter.
again, yeah.
I'm giving this 100%.
Yeah,
This is game perfection for me.
absolutely.
I don't care about any of the other levels. It's an A plus. I don't have a lot of games that hit that game perfection, and like Tommy said last week or 2 weeks ago, he can't think of one game that deserves game perfection.
Wow.
But that's his opinion,
Right.
and my opinion is this one gets it.
Very good. Very good.
Where are you sitting at?
Honestly, the same. I give it a game perfection. It is something that I'm gonna play again, that I
Oh.
have to play again, that
Absolutely.
I want to play again. And even the levels I don't like that involve the hoverboard and the rooftops,
Hey, you can skip those.
you can skip them and they're still fun.
Yeah.
Right? Just that feeling of accomplishment you get after almost breaking your controller in half is it's a great feeling.
Well, and the fact that it's on all the consoles.
Yes.
There's
Yes,
no
it's
way you can't play this game.
everywhere.
Yeah. And like I said, I have it on the Xbox. On Game Pass, it's identical. It's just the feel of the controller that's different.
Right.
That's not a game problem. That's a me problem.
Right.
So we can't fault the game for that.
That's true. I wonder
And-
if it's on the Switch.
It is.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you played the turtle game that was only exclusive to the Switch, that Splintered Fate?
I didn't know they had a Turtles game that
They
was Switch
do,
exclusive.
and I can't remember if it's on PlayStation now or Xbox. I want to say Xbox.
Interesting.
Well, gosh, now I can't remember which one it's on. But I did see that they were releasing it for other platforms. You don't believe me? You're Googling it?
I have to Google it.
Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, that one, it's a roguelike. So it's kind of like playing Hades. And
Fun.
you go out as far as you can, you do this, that, and the other thing, and then you're back at the lair and you're a little bit stronger, and so you can pick one of the turtles. Um, they have DLC for Casey Jones, and you go back
Nice.
out and you do it again, you get a little further, you get a little bit better, and then you do it again. Everything I hate about a freaking roguelike. But it's on the Switch and it feels at home on the Switch. Um, it's not my preferred way to play, but but that's okay.
You are right. It is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. It is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. However, it was available for a short period of time on Apple Arcade.
Just on Apple Arcade.
Yep.
Okay, for some reason I thought they were bringing it out to the rest of the market.
I'm not seeing
But
anything about a release
yeah, I
right
remember seeing it
now,
someplace else that
but
wasn't Nintendo, and I got kind of excited. But and that's been recent. That was like in the last 2 months.
oh, sure.
But I don't play it a lot. I just don't play the Switch a lot.
Yeah,
If I'm grabbing it, I'm playing all the retro stuff.
something on the
It's
64 or
Yeah, and it's just that's one of the things I like about the. And it's so funny because that's quote unquote Natalie's Switch that I bought specifically for her for Christmas,
right.
and I play it probably 4 or 5 times more than she does.
I was gonna say it looks like it's hooked up in your room.
Well, it's that's just the dock.
Oh, sure.
But the Switch is on my side of the bedroom.
Nice.
I guarantee if we walked out of here, that's where it's gonna be sitting. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'm always playing retro stuff where, hey, what new games are out, and all the buzz for the Switch 2 really got me going.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna have to pick it up when I go quote unquote grocery shopping.
Yeah, it makes for an expensive trip.
It does make
I
for
sent
an
you that
expensive-
meme, didn't
You
I?
did send me that meme.
I sent it to Chris, and he's like, "You got the wrong kid," and I'm like, "No, no, you think it's funny."
You think it's funny?
Yeah, the other one doesn't think I'm funny, but well, they probably neither one of them think it's okay,
I think you're funny.
but it's all that matters. But okay, well, we've done all that. The only
Yeah.
thing really to discuss is some upcoming games. We will get the It Takes Two. I know that was supposed to be the next episode to go live, but
Yep.
I feel I need to finish it before we talk about it.
I agree. The ending is very significant, and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing an episode if you didn't finish it
Well, I
first.
don't care how you feel. We'll do it. But yeah, we'll knock that one out, and so it'll be in the next episode or two. I'd like to do a ranking episode at some point.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Maybe we get to 14 or 15 and we do like the top 10.
Yeah, that'd be great. Talk about our favorite episode.
Yeah,
The
that
worst
favorite
episode.
right? And which one has the most plays. I am surprised how well the Stanley Parable's doing.
Yeah, I didn't expect that one to take off
Yeah.
as much as it did, but it's
People are listening to it.
it's hilarious.
I mean, our numbers aren't, we don't have a lot of listeners or anything yet. We're working on that.
sure.
But where it has 30 plus plays, and and then stupid game about digging a hole is sitting at 10.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I
it-
love it.
it's great, and I'm
That's gonna be the one that blows up.
oh, it's not the one that's gonna blow up. I mean, it's not gonna be my Kenna episode either, but that's okay. And it's a fun learning experience.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So, but other than that, yeah, I don't know what the next official podcast is going to be, but it'll be a good one. We got some different ideas kind of popping in our heads here,
Definitely.
but if you, like I said before, if you guys like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, check us out YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. You should be able to find us.
We have a Facebook group now.
We do have a Facebook group now. There's 12 people in that. There's more people in that, I think, than that follow us on Spotify.
Yeah, I think the Facebook group seems to be doing the best.
It's because I can invite all my friends.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's all good, and kind of watching where people are listening from. It's weird that we have people listening outside of the United States.
I do think that's interesting.
Yeah, it's super super cool.
It is cool.
And yeah, I can't wait to see where we're sitting with this in a year.
Yes, I think it'll be good. It's
I
been a
know
lot
it's
of
going to
fun.
be good and whatnot. So, all right, well, we are going to let you go. We got some more pizza that we got to polish off there,
Absolutely.
and my drink's getting a little bit shy here, so
Yeah, my ice is starting to melt.
your ice is melting. So we'll fix that, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Have a good night, everyone.